Welcome to Xbox Uncut. Excuse me, episode 296. If I don't choke myself. We are back for another week of video game news discussion. Joining me this week, I have the wonderful Will. Welcome to the show, Will.
Hey, what's up? Glad to be here as usual, and should be a fun show.
And joining him this week is Steph. How's it going, Steph?
All right.
All right, hit it right off the bat, man. I don't know if you heard the bad news. Jeff Keighley's not going to E3.
Who's that?
Oh, it's the guy that's like been that annoying face and voice you heard through the last couple of E3s. No. I honestly, the only thing I care about coming out of E3 is Microsoft conference, and then I watched Giant Bomb's show. Giant Bomb's amazing during E3, but other than that, like most of the bullshit PR shit that Jeff Keighley did and ran, was never a fan. So I know people are upset.
Are people upset?
No, only like bullshit fanboys trying to stir shit up, saying that E3's dead.
Is it dead?
No, seeing as there's giant companies still going and holding events. No, it's not dead.
But it's weird with Microsoft because they're still at E3, but it's like at their own separate kind of location and stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So they don't really. I don't think they really lose or gain anything by being. I mean, I don't think they lose anything by being there. So it's just like the timing is different from Sony's or whenever they're going to do theirs.
Yeah. All right.
I guess if you want to go into the Jeff Keighley thing, I think he says he noticed something about it that didn't seem right. I guess I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of aligning with Sony and with regards to like the way the ESA is handling the show. So I'm guessing that's what.
I mean, last year Microsoft gave him a fake itinerary just to make sure that shit didn't leak, and he got upset.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, that worked though. It worked out in their favor. But I'm curious to see if he's. I mean, I'm sure he's going to cover it somehow. You know, he's not going to.
No, he says he's skipping. He will not be doing any E3 this year.
Who cares?
His words.
That's weird because yeah, we used to having him on that the YouTube show. What's it called?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody really cares.
Exactly.
No, like I said, I think Giant Bomb offers amazing coverage because they have interviews with devs all night, and it's just a fun like bullshit show where people have a couple drinks and Jeff does an amazing job at interviewing somebody. But other than that, most coverage of E3 is literally just people watching trailers and going, "Oh my god!" It's just not. It's not good. Like, I mean, I'm not even trying to trash my own show, but like we're like, oh, this is interesting. This is what we're looking forward to. That stuff's fine. I think art, like content, like that's great. It to me, it's more just reaction channel, and then asking. Because all Jeff was ever doing was like, okay, PR department, what questions am I allowed to ask? Oh my god, what is going on at the Division 3? And it's like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, but they did handle a lot of like other developer press, like when after they do the conference or like during the conference, like they usually do like
just
little.
Saying he's easily replaceable, like it's generic bullshit.
I don't know if I'll go that far.
You know what? I think YouTube's still gonna do it. They're just gonna have somebody else do it instead of Jeff, like the YouTube gaming.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, like I said, like his content is usually just PR speak. Like it's not like he's not asking any tough question. I mean, he's a big Sony fan. People love him for that, but
I think the stuff that we don't actually see that he does, like maybe behind the scene, because I think he does a lot of organization stuff. That will be more noticeable than him actually. I don't care what he says and like I don't give a shit about his interviews because he's biased. I mean, he's obviously biased. I mean, and everyone is to a certain extent, but when you got a man crying over another man, over a game that he's in, it's just weird, man. But at the same time, like I know that there's some stuff that he does behind the scenes that we're not gonna we're gonna miss probably, and he won't be there to spoil the price of the next Xbox.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss him for that.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, the people making a deal about it on Twitter. It's just Twitter. Like I really don't. I don't care. I made my thoughts known about what I enjoy doing during E3. I can also say for E3 this year, I took the entire week off. I'm excited. I had the entire week off. Be able to watch conferences, be able to talk, hang out with everybody. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a big week. I mean this is new consoles. Like we're getting new. Everything's new. So, and I also wanted to be able to.
What day is it on? It's on a Sunday, right?
Well, Microsoft does their conference on Monday. Well, no, they
Sunday,
changed it
right?
to Sunday. Excuse me. They changed it to Sunday. Yeah, so
yeah, I'm already off
we'll
on
see
Sunday,
if it's Sunday or Monday. Yeah, they might do it on Monday because that's what traditionally did. But I think they switched
I feel like
everything
they
to
did
Sunday.
the Sunday the last 2 years.
Yeah, like
when Bethesda came, then they came on Sunday, and then they did Sunday again, which was last year.
I mean, they did Sunday because like Sony went on Monday, right?
But they both went on the same day, and then Microsoft changed the Sunday because Bethesda changed it. They started the Sunday night press conference, so then Microsoft started going during Sunday like afternoon because Bethesda was doing it like at 7:00 at night or something, which was actually like 9 at night for us because it was over in LA.
But
yeah, I'm curious to see.
I might do a hype train this year. I'm not sure. I might thinking about it.
Hype train.
I got time, people.
It's a good as a time as any to start one.
But
especially with all the
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of potential stuff coming up, like new console, more possible rare franchises being revived. We'll see. New IPs. So really good. It's gonna be interesting because Xbox is at E3, so that's fixed. But what Sony's gonna do is gonna be interesting, and it has to be before or after. I don't know. I don't think they'll wait after. They're probably gonna do it before E3. Sony's like conference, whatever they do, or direct.
Who knows? Who knows?
We'll see.
Okay. Well, I wanted to kind of kill the Jeff Keighley news. I didn't know if anybody wanted to actually talk about it or not. It wasn't even in. I'll be honest. It's not even in our show notes. Like I just was like, "Fuck it, let's just squash."
I forgot about it till you said so.
Yeah. But yeah, that's done. Just in case y'all wanted to know our opinions. There you go. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 Warlords of New York world premiere cinematic trailer was released, and a gameplay trailer. It looks like it's going to be New York City during the summertime. You'd be fighting the Warlords. They've done a lot of upgrades to like viewing weaponry and stuff like in your inventory.
Yeah. I'm glad this came out.
Welcome to the show, Infinity Line. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, it's up, Lion. Yeah,
some devil horns.
Yeah, this DLC is good because, well, actually, I was hoping this DLC would be in the first division because it was New York in the first one, and this has the summer, so it's just weird to put it like after 2 and after Washington. But I don't really mind because it's still New York, so that's cool. The first one I think looked
real
better.
Quick. Toss us into the second bit of news. It's only $3 right now to buy the Division 2.
Yeah, it's insane.
Isn't it in Game Pass?
No, not yet.
The first one is.
Yeah, I mean, $3. Go ahead, just buy it at this point. Just own it.
Yeah, it's cheaper than Game Pass itself, and plus you'll have it after the Game Pass expires or whatever.
Yep. So at this point, go ahead, get that $3. The Division 2, even without this expansion, is actually a really good game. So
yeah,
I'd recommend it.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of content for those $3, $4. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So the expansion is pretty cool, well timed. Actually, it had me download the first one again, so because I never got to finish it, so I wanted to finish it up and then kind of I guess continue Division 2 because I started up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fun. I mean, the shooting is awesome. The loot is pretty dope. It's a little overly complicated though, as regards to like the mods and like, the menus are just so like
deep.
Complex, yeah. It's like almost a little too much. Like I kind of wish they would simplify it more.
Going over the trailer for the Warlords of New York, which is that part, like the improvements to UI and stuff. I imagine it's gonna be free because they said some of it's free, some of it's paid. But I think that looks like they have improved, trying to get around and fixing that UI issue.
Okay, that would definitely be a plus.
But the Warlords, I'm seeing it's $30 for the expansion for season 2. I guess is what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, it seems about right. I think if you buy the 30 something ish version, you get both New York and the base game.
Okay.
But I don't think it comes with the year 1 content though. I think that's different. And then there's some more stuff for year 2, which is actually the New York stuff, which adds more stuff later. Like I think another borough. I think it might be, what is it, Bronx, or I don't remember.
Not sure.
But I know it's another borough. Coney Island is. I don't know if is that one available right now. The Coney Island one.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
But they yeah, I mean this was a good way for them to reuse assets essentially.
Oh yeah,
that they've already had produced. But yeah, I'm all
absolutely.
down. I like the Division series, so and especially after
Is
how
there
big Rainbow. Well, no, what was it? Not Rainbow Six. What was the other one? Ghost Recon flopped.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of a good rebound for them.
is there a lot of hype for that?
For the Division?
Oh, like expansion or whatever.
Yeah, I mean people are
Yeah.
pretty stoked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, people have been buzzing about it because Division it kind of fell off. Like it kind of fell flat after a while because the content wasn't that great. But after this, like it definitely revitalized, I think, the community and even people who want to get into the series again. Like me, like I kind of dropped off. It makes me want to play it. So, I mean, if you guys want to play, I'm down. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I have both 2 and 1. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I really do enjoy the Division. So yeah, and for $3, I bought a couple of my friends' copies just to play.
I,
Yeah.
sir, am not down. I will not be joining you guys. I
Come on,
will
man.
not be giving any more of my life to any more games that require 50
Service.
hours to get a piece of the game. I'm cool on that.
Well, I
No, but
would say
you
even
get
in
a lot
this
of
game,
content
if you
though.
only committed like 4 hours, you're gonna get your money's worth. Like they don't like nothing feels super cheap. Like nothing
But
feels like cheesy in the Division. Hopefully, it
Yeah,
stays that
I
way after this
own
update.
Division 2 because my game share partner bought it, but I just never downloaded it or played it because I didn't care because I was playing so much Apex Legends. I think that's what was out at the time. Either that or PUBG, which PUBG got Team Deathmatch, man. So I'm going. I think I might be going back to PUBG.
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming up. Well, I think the PC version got that today or this week.
Yeah, I think it came out yesterday or this morning. So
Yeah,
yesterday or this morning. So I'm probably gonna start playing that again.
yeah, it's been rough going between like Apex, Division, PUBG. It's hard to keep up all this stuff. It's too much games
See
to
my
play.
point? That's why you just need like 3 of those, and that's it.
I know. On top of like playing other games, like I've been playing. What else have I been playing? Well, I guess we get to it
Yeah, I was
whenever
gonna
we
say
play.
let's
Yeah,
let's save
yeah,
it. Let's save it.
yeah,
I got
yeah,
some good stuff. I got some stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Halo Infinite's new game engine lays groundwork for the future of Halo. The technical groundwork is vital to build a platform. And blah blah blah. Let's see. The reason I brought this article up is because they talked about how they made it a lot more agile of an engine, so they can roll out content a lot faster. I think a big downside to like Halo 5 for people like me, and I'm surprised they never fixed it, is that they never had any in-game like big team battle maps, and
Yeah.
like them to be able to kind of redo the engine a little bit more to what the customer wants would be really nice. I'm curious with how much money they're putting into the Slipstream engine, if we'll see it anywhere else, like at Microsoft, if it's going to be more of a like kind of a engine that goes everywhere.
Yeah, curious about that too. I mean, it seemed like a good engine for wide open spaces. I'm guessing because if this game is going to be like um, more open than the other Halos, plus has a lot of good effects that you can add to it,
Yeah.
and plus also Capcom really uh, got a lot out of the Resident Evil engine. They put so many good looking games out, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I do hope they add more content with this engine, like, because I know after 5, it was a huge drought. I mean, I know it's Halo Wars too, but a lot of people wanted to, like a flood game or something like a hard game. or like a ODST game, which we never got a sequel to. So yeah, a lot of stuff that we never really got follow ups to, or content we never got, and like it was just such a huge gap between 5 and Infinite. So I think people are ready for more Halo, like as far as like installments. Although I don't know, you think they'll add like DLC stuff with this, or just make like whole games, like instead of like multiplayer stuff, just like actual like
I'd like to
campaign
see
DLC.
different games, like
Yeah.
you know, other than just this one game. I mean, when I say that, I mean like other Halo IP, different IP, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think they've ever done a story DLC and like expansions or anything like
They
that.
have. Remember, all the Halo 3s there were. There's like 3 Halo 3 technically.
You mean like ODST and
It
stuff?
was like ODST. What was the other one? There's like 3 discs. I remember. I felt like there was 2 or 3 Halo 3 discs.
Well, it was only like the only tie-in to 3 was ODST, but
I feel like there was at least one more. I don't remember what it was called. Then there was one that had all the games with it. What was it? So I had like 3 copies of Halo 3. I know there was ODST. Then you had that one just to play the all the multiplayer maps, and there was one more. I don't remember what it was.
sure it wasn't Reach. Man, it wasn't like
Maybe it was Reach, but that was a whole nother game though.
yeah, it was another game.
There's another one. I don't remember what it was. But anyway,
What were you saying? Kind of cut off.
no. Oh, sorry.
That's right.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead. Go ahead. You can move on to the next topic, or finish with your thought there.
Oh, I'm good. That's pretty much all I was gonna say about the engine. Like
That's
Dustin also said.
all I had to say about that. All right. Forrest Gump.
What about him?
No, it's just when he got cut off and he had a big old speech about the Vietnam War, and then Mike comes back live.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about the war in Vietnam.
Yeah, that was funny.
Touching moment.
It was.
Samsung has announced gaming partnership with Microsoft on Xbox on the S20. I don't know what it means. I hope it means widescreen gaming, because that's what they're showing on the phone, and this cloud gaming with the widescreenness. But it could. I mean, I'm curious where they move with it. Maybe we see Halo CE go mobile. Like, that'd be really cool, because phones at this point would be able to handle it. Like,
Yeah.
and that would be kind of a killer app to have on, like, go to Samsung's store and load up, buy and load up Halo. Maybe have Game Pass up there. I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, they showed a Xbox controller and just kind of hooked up to the new S20, which is it's a cool looking phone. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna upgrade this time, but maybe next time, the next Note, I'll end up upgrading. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this is I mean, people were making a huge deal out of it, saying it was really cool, but they haven't really said anything yet, so I'm kind of, it's all up in the air what it could possibly really mean. I would like to see them bring, like, their, IPs to mobile and, like, really push it where it's not just cloud streaming.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Like, I think if you're a Samsung customer, you'll be really excited. But if you're not, it doesn't really mean much. I think it's just like a promotional thing.
There's nothing for me, sir. I'm an iPhone guy, and I'm happy today or yesterday, but I haven't done it yet. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, it's cool to see them making them partnerships. Let's see. See if these players have raised over $76,000 for Special Effects charity by buying the Special Effects charity sales. Like, it's really cool. I wanted to bring it up. You can still buy the sales on Sea of Thieves if you're interested, and all the money goes towards Special Effects. Like, it's these cool stripes. It's new sales.
Is that a charity?
Yeah, it's a charity for disabled gamers.
Oh, that's cool. Very nice of them.
Yeah, it was cool
How
to
much
see the
was
sales. I want to say $10, roughly, I think, is what it comes out to once you buy it. Because you got to buy the Sea of Thieves cash to buy the thingamajigger, so it's not a direct cash.
So you buy sales and they donate it to the like it's a pair of sales for the
Yeah.
boat, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Are they cool looking?
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. I like them.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Is it still available?
Yes.
Okay, I might have to download it and see what's up.
All right, moving on. Xbox Series X download sizes could shrink with AI tech that works with the system. So, like, just much higher compression. Because next gen, sadly, games are going to become bigger. But I think that's going to be more of an. I'm not sure how much bigger. I'm curious to see how next gen rolls out. But with them having much more powerful CPUs to be able to kind of decode this, so AI, it makes sense to have like a very smart compression algorithm. I hate to call that AI. Maybe I'm wrong on how it's exactly working, but just really strong compression to bring down file sizes, because right now on the Series X we already have 4K textures and it does beef up games by like 30 gigs. So next gen, I mean, there's still going to be 4K textures, and mostly it's going to be the GPU itself in real time rendering these graphics, and that's what's going to cost it. But I'm curious exactly how large next gen games are really going to be. Any thoughts, guys? I know it's not something that you can.
Yeah,
what do you think it's gonna? What do you think next gen game sizes are going to be?
I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be a good question. I mean, hopefully, well, they're supposed to have like a shrinkable games thing now, right? Like, it's supposed to shrink, like take out the languages and
Yeah,
all that extraneous stuff.
But this is actually about compressing the files themselves in a weird way where a really intelligent algorithm would unpack it so that it would save space downloading stuff.
I know one game did it recently that they really like cut off. I think it was Days Gone, maybe that really shrunk all the stuff and made it much smaller. And Sea of Thieves did it too. I think they made it like the file size much
Well,
smaller.
what Sea of Thieves did is they made it so that when they update the game, it updates the portions to the game, and because originally it was just like adding the updates to the game instead of updating the portions of the game. So every update made it larger. While now it's just like, oh, we just needed to change this file. We didn't need to have two of the files, and one being the new one and the one being the old one.
I mean, yeah,
That's what hurt Sea of Thieves. I'm just saying, for Sea of Thieves, I know that's what was gearing them down. And that's why when you were downloading, like every time you download Sea of Thieves, you'd have to re-download almost the entirety of Sea of Thieves, and it was like over 100 gigs, and now I think it's down to like 30 or something.
Yeah, I think it's like about 40 or so at this point. But yeah, I mean, if it's more efficient and it downloads, like if that downsize is much smaller, then that's obviously a huge benefit for for your hard drive. But I'll be curious to see what the console comes with, like as far as like hard drives go. Maybe like, what do you think, 2 TB, whatever?
Yeah, I'm still sticking with 2 TB. I think that for next gen that makes most sense.
Yeah, so you can like download more games hopefully and fit more into your hard drive, and you don't have any issues.
I just think 1 TB's too small at this point.
Way too small.
Yeah, you got to do
Even
2
now.
TB.
Yeah, I think they have to kind of scale up with the gens, just the hard drive size. So I mean, at least 2 or 2.5, something like that. I mean, maybe it sounds weird, but yeah. I mean, if this could do, I mean, hopefully for all the first party games, and I don't know if the third party is gonna use this tech. Like, are they?
I would imagine so. I think it's going to be something to do with just server side to the console itself to compress everything.
Okay, I'll be down with that. I don't see any downsides to this.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's kind of sucks because we're kind of waiting for press releases. We're just waiting for E3 to hit. So
yeah, it just sucks that you can't do it now, because like I know like I was talking about before, they're supposed to be like shrinkable games with languages, but I tried checking it.
Well, that's just not downloading things. It's just going, hey, we don't need the Spanish or French version of the language. this is supposed to actually compressing the game down to the files you do need to, so they can, I guess an AI will expand it out so that it will actually fit in a smaller form factor.
Yeah, here. I just wish it was some current gen, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Who knows? Maybe it allows games to be more compressed on the hard drive itself, and that way, in real time, it's just uncompressing, just so that you have these high quality assets and doesn't take up as much space. But you need the speed of a NVMe and a fast CPU to actually make it work. I don't know. But
Do you think this would apply to discs as well,
apply to what?
or not really?
Disc?
Yeah, like
No, like it's gonna be the same as last gen. It's just gonna be down. Everything has to be installed, and like the disc. I mean, the disc will have the software on it, and I guess they'll compress it, but it'll still all end up on the hard drive.
Right. So I'm guessing. So I don't know if it pays to get discs anymore, really, unless you get like insanely cheap.
Yeah. I mean, it pays because the data storage, it's just there versus having to deal with downloading for the bandwidth.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, you're talking about you need like triple layer Blu-ray disc to hold like 150 gigs of games, without having to require multiple discs.
I wonder if they're gonna adopt a newer disk technology maybe to store these games more, but because this gen was a little bit of a, I don't know, weirdness, because it was the games are so big that, like you said, it was just almost like a key to the game because you had to download other stuff.
I think they both, like PlayStation and Microsoft, they're both going to stick with Blu-ray. It's just going to be where it's at. Like, I don't think disc-based technology has moved that far yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's Ultra Blu-ray, so maybe they'll use those, but we'll see.
All right, sorry about that, Will. Left you
Yeah.
hanging a little bit.
That's right.
All right, let's see. I mean, I hate doing these clickbait. I wish there was more news, like better news this week. Spencer says Xbox are going to be bold with their decisions for the Series X. Okay, like
Doritos
like
bold.
Mountain Dew bowl. I made that joke today because I'm in the Xbox era Discord, whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about sales. Like, this is the next gen thread, and everybody's talking about fucking sales numbers. But for The Last of Us 2 in between PS3 and PS4, and I'm like, dude, this has nothing to do with fucking next gen in the slightest. So I just threw a comment out there like, next gen to me does not start until Mountain Dew tells me it does. When does it start for you? And of course Taco Bell came up. It's just like, yeah, like fucking, this is stupid, but yeah. When are we gonna see the first Mountain Dew bottle that says, "Buy a Series X, get a code"?
That's definitely
get an hour of Game Pass with every fucking every soda you drink.
Yeah, all the promotional stuff starts kicking in. I agree.
But, yeah, it's just silly.
Yeah, I mean, I like the strategy they're doing. They're kind of trying different things with their marketing. So they're trying to do different shows, be more aggressive, so that they're not doing the same. Like kind of you typically wait for like a press event, then E3, like it'd be GDC press event, E3, and then kind of a lead up to the launch. So they kind of released some details early with the Game Award stuff. So I'd be really curious to see what, I mean, the blowout's going to be, if it's going to be like in another show or if they're just saving it for E3. So it's an interesting strategy.
Most definitely. Let's see.
What do you think, Steph?
I don't think Steph's here. He had to bounce out for a minute. He said he'd be right back, though.
I see.
All right. Next bit of news, people. Cliff Bleszinski offers to be an advisor again to the future of the Gears of War games. He was caught up in a little bit of a scandal, like with Old Post and shit he said. I don't know. They usually don't like let people in once they've been in any kind of political scandal at all. And when I say scandal, I don't mean anything like super nefarious, but any kind of negative PR. It's like they just, yeah, we appreciate the compliment, bye, and just ignore you.
Was it
I mean, I
about the
understand they're,
yeah?
messing with, you spent, I think, like about $1 billion on buying Gears of War from Epic. You don't fuck with that franchise,
Yeah. Hey, was it about the lawbreakers being too woke? Is that what that thing was about?
That he said a couple different things. I really don't want to get into it specifically,
Mm.
because love him, hate him. Like I don't know how to safely put it.
Well, I feel like now would be probably the best time to put that kind of thing out there because Rod left, so maybe they can use some of his ideas. I mean, I don't know how good they were. I mean, I know maybe some of it was Gears, like in Gears 4 and 5, not 100%. Because I know before Microsoft bought it, Epic was working on the Gears franchise, and they had like kind of a set plan, and then they took over, and then they kind of made their own thing, I guess, or just they reworked it or something. Um, but yeah, I'm curious what his ideas were. I could have sworn he said something about it, like some details. Do you remember, Dustin?
I do not. I know I've watched his videos on uh, like Gears of War when he was still with Lawbreaker, not Lawbreakers. What was this company called? Something Key.
Bosky.
Bosky, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I was watching, I enjoyed their dev videos of them like playing games and just kind of not being super critical, but critical enough to talk about the games themselves.
Hmm.
Uh,
So you think they'll look at his offer, the Microsoft or Coalition?
I mean, yes, but in a very like, okay, all right, we saw it, bye. Like, not. I don't think it's going to be taken seriously.
Kind of like his concepts he gave to
Yeah.
those games they had that they were rejected from Microsoft. It almost one like it looked like a Scalebound, almost kind of looking with Dragon. Um, yeah, I'd be curious. I mean, you wonder if what he would add to the series. Even it's kind of a weird time because it's like the sixth one, so practically maybe the last Gears for a while. Um, so we'll see.
All right. Moving on to Bioware confirms Anthem is getting a massive overhaul over the next few months. It's gonna be changed. It's gonna be a brand new game, guys. It's confirmed. So what they're saying is they're not gonna waste all these assets and try to make something out of it. Because right now it feels like a game that's unoptimized, that's in a bland, empty universe.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna address that with like what are they
I
exactly?
mean, they've had time at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
they
they have.
they've had plenty of time to work on something. Like,
But like so many people left that studio. It's like like what are they like? How their staff or like how do they have enough staff to rework it and all that? I mean, I'm sure they have still a lot of people, but like all the key people are like pretty much gone. Like so it's like what systems are they going to be able to revamp and how are they going to
sir, it's
fix
going to
it?
be from the ground up. I think they just took the assets and said we're making a new game with the premise.
So they think they're going to like almost like
Like Titans will still be there, but it's just like just do something new with this. Like just fucking make something that's decent.
So they'll make like a new game and just kind of grandfather the people that had the game already into it, like almost like like make some sort of pass or whatever.
I think the hubs are still going to be generally the same, but yeah, they're just gonna rip that shit apart at this point because that's the only way that. I mean, I'm shocked that they didn't announce that they're renaming it, like and just like it's almost a spiritual successor to it.
So would you expect them to use Frostbite again or like a new engine?
No, it's going to still be the same engine. But at this point, like this update, they need to have it so that it's running smoothly on every console. Like they've had enough time to work on this engine on every console, so like there should be all these hiccups and stuff going on in the game still.
I mean, I know Destiny did like 2. I think they gave you like a level up to a certain point, right? Or was it? No, I think that was after an expansion or something. So I think they're gonna do something similar. They're probably gonna level up whoever's new to the game, whatever, if you want to, and then like for the people who've been stuck with it, they'll give them like extra perks and exclusive stuff or gear.
Yeah.
So on top of whatever overhaul they're gonna do, I don't know. I'm curious. I don't know. Are they gonna just like? I don't know. That seems like something that would take a lot longer than what they've been working on. I don't know. Hopefully it'll come out soon. But I mean, I guess for next gen is pretty primed for that because it's pretty soon.
Yeah.
So they probably have to relaunch at that time.
I mean, they might have just took everybody into a room and showed them the E3 video and said, "Make that game."
I thought you were gonna say shoot them.
No, just make the game that they showed off that people wanted.
Right.
You know?
I mean, they can with next gen. They could even make it 60 frames if they. I mean, it's powerful enough. So, what do you think they should add, or what do you think they're gonna do with the systems for what you've played or what you've
I have
seen?
no idea. I really don't. It needs to be completely revamped. The fighting in it is bland. The upgrades I don't care about. Like the NPCs are weird. I don't got nothing nice to say about it. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's.
I think they should take out that hub system. What do you call hub system? How it's separate and like first person, and just make it like third
And
person.
fucking loading screens. Jesus, like that
Yeah.
needs to be fixed. Like that was just awful. Like every single time it was like I'm loading here, I'm loading there.
Yeah, they'll most likely have to take a page out of the Division book because they have like hubs in the world, and then you can join up. And I mean, it's still one big seamless world, more or less. So I think they might have to go that route, and so they can keep it going and not have too many issues with like the engine and have to do a lot of different things. But I hope they fix it because it's a cool looking game. A lot of the mechs are awesome. It's outdone in the Iron Man games, which is crazy. So it deserves to have better care, especially after people bought it. I will say that if it goes cheap enough, like Division, I'll definitely buy it. It was like $5.
I think it's already been there. To be honest with you, I think it's already shown that before. So.
I have the game. And it's
okay. that's a lot of praise there, Steph. So what would you?
I can barely hear you, Steph. I hate to say, you're really low.
Just let it go.
Okay.
Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
No, they can't. No, they can't just can it though, because people invested in that game. That's not that nobody's ever going to buy their games again for.
People invested in Lawbreakers.
I mean, yeah, but
the studio shut down, and I think that's what is the same situation with them right now. Is that they have to make this work, or the studio shuts down.
Yeah,
just make Mass Effect. Just release the Mass Effect remastered, and they'll be fine. Sometimes when you do what the fans want, then it pays off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this instance, they needed it.
I honestly, they need to get if the game has the same loading screen situation, I probably won't play it, even if they fix other things.
Yeah, loading was pretty hard.
Like it was like go in a cave, get down to the bottom, load. Go over here, get that load. And it was just like, Jesus, like, come on, I just want to play the game. You didn't show all these loading screens before. Now, like, I feel like I'm playing Half-Life 1.
Did you play the demo?
I mean, I own it.
I played the demo. I mean, I'm just saying, like, the demo and the game was the same thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing different from the demo. It's like, remember Destiny?
Mm-hmm.
When we got Destiny, we got the demo. And we were on the moon, and we're like, "Oh, I can't wait to."
And this is like 45% of the game.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The demo.
Yeah, I feel like if they just would have released maybe a remaster Mass Effect, then they could have delayed this game a year, and then fixed a few things. But
All right.
sometimes you can't sell it and fix it. It don't work that way.
I mean, I'm not even saying get rid of all the assets or anything or the idea, but like that. Sometimes you got to be able to nick it. But like, look, we know. I'll put it this way: Titanfall 2 fucking failed. It was an awful game. Big issues.
Really?
Yeah, Titanfall 2 failed.
I thought people loved that game.
Nope. People thought the campaign was good, but other than that,
Oh,
like,
the
that
multiplayer. The multiplayer
game, yeah,
failed.
it completely failed. Like
Yeah,
for
the
EA,
first one,
like
was so much better.
that is in their book a failure.
Yeah,
But
I wish
it did
they.
pivot, and
Yeah.
it became, I think, one of the biggest fucking games on the planet.
You mean Apex Legends?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Titanfall 2 became. It was like, shit, this failed. We need to do something with these assets. We got to make this worthwhile. They created Apex Legends. No matter how I feel about it, it's an amazing game. Like, people love that game.
Oh, you don't like it?
I'm just not, it's not my cup of tea. It's whatever. Like,
That shit's swaggy, bro. I started playing it again the other day.
yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I see why people love it, but it's just, it's okay. But at the same time, like that came from Titanfall 2. It came from the failure of Titanfall 2. They were expecting Titanfall 2 to be fucking ginormous, and if anything, Titanfall 2 should have been a Microsoft exclusive because it would have been more successful that way. But once it released on PlayStation, everything else, it was just like this. Oh, people aren't excited because it's an exclusive no more. They're just kind of, we already have this experience in other ways, and it just failed.
Yeah, they needed to have the same level of depth and quality that the first Titanfall had. Like as far as I don't know, it just felt better. Like the second one actually feels cool too. But
Well, the
plus,
second
like,
one has a great story. The first one's story is fucking awful. Like Titanfall
yeah,
1 has an awful single player campaign. Or it's not even really single player, but how they do the campaign is awful.
yeah, they try to
The
integrate it
Titanfall
into
2
the.
like kicks Titanfall's one's ass when it comes to single player. But multiplayer was the complete opposite. That's what made Titanfall fun, was the multiplayer. And they almost completely changed the multiplayer from 1 to 2. And it just,
I don't think the multiplayer was as bad as the single player was in the first one though. It was just different. And sometimes games do that. They change. I mean,
no, they do, but you
that
gotta.
happened.
This is the argument of like, how much do you change? Like, when does your game go from a lot of fun to we gotta evolve it?
I tell you what did it. People don't talk about this enough after the fact is the Battlefield and the Call of Duty and then Titanfall right in between it.
Yeah,
That's what
did not help at
destroyed the
all.
game.
Yeah.
No, it destroyed that game.
It was bad timing to release it. It was bad everything. That game should have stayed under a rock. But I mean, at the same time, its failure became Apex Legends, and without that failure, we probably wouldn't have got Apex Legends because it was something where the studio had to go back to the drawing board. So, what can we do with this? What can we do with these assets to make them worthwhile?
The only thing that sucks is that uh, since Apex Legends is so successful, it may mean that Titanfall 3 might not be a thing because
Yeah.
it's making so much money that it almost makes no sense to make another.
Not when 2 flopped. Yeah, like it's
Yeah. Unless they, I don't know, go maybe the same route they did with the first one, but maybe I don't know, or just copy the stuff from the first and just make another campaign and should be good to go. Make it like a mode, like how Gears has escape. Make like Titanfall 3 have like a multi that's kind of integrated to the
I mean,
story.
at this point, I would imagine they just upgrade Apex Legends to, like, they release a new mech map with Titans. I mean, why not?
Yeah, that'd be
User
cool.
base is there. You just add a new mode to it. The engine's already designed for it. Like, fuck it. Like, just keep adding on. Like, Apex. I imagine Apex and all the games like it, PUBG, all that, it's just going to move forward on the next gen. They're not going to be releasing like PUBG 2 or Apex Legends 2. It's more about keeping your user base and just expanding on it.
Right.
All right. No reason I bring that up is just because at this point, these are free to play games and they're really good games.
Yeah.
So why drop your users when you can just keep them?
Do you think they'll go the free to play route or just keep it the way it is?
What for Apex? Apex
well
is free to play.
no
You
for
mean Titanfall,
Anthem. Sorry.
Anthem. I think they go free to play.
Interesting.
But I have no faith in that game being restored in any way.
Yeah.
But unlike
Agreed.
me having any faith in Anthem, Steph, your faith is finally pulled off the iOS, Xbox Game xCloud streaming, however, whatever its name is. It's finally on iOS. Or were you accepted into the xCloud?
No, I sadly failed to realize that I'd never signed up because they didn't have they didn't have it for iPhone, so I didn't care. But now that they have it, now I gotta wait. So there you go.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry. Hopefully they open it. I know they had like 10,000 spots that they had opened up, but it sounded like they were going to start like opening up faster and faster over time, just like they did with Android. Like it started off slow, but they ramped up quickly. All right. That's kind of it for the news, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to discuss.
Yeah, I was gonna mention People Can Fly's new game. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. Yeah. Outriders.
Yeah, it looks okay. Nice little double A game.
I think it looks like kind of triple-ish. It doesn't look
In
too.
between double A and triple A, but not quite triple A, not quite double A. Let's say, but it looks pretty good though.
Yeah, it looks like a mix of Gears and like Destiny and maybe some Remnant from the Ashes or something. I don't know. I've seen some gameplay. I haven't seen like the blowout from today, but it looks cool. I mean, People Can Fly make some good games. I hope they have success. But is it like a games as a service or just is like a opt-in kind of like a
I
Remnant or
I
a Dark
haven't seen
Souls?
any details. I just seen the trailer.
Because I'm hoping it's
Um,
more like Dark Souls and not like an Anthem or like a Division. It's like uh, so many of those games already.
right. Well, I mean, hey, this is one of the studios that's a possibility that Microsoft might buy 'cause it's a Polish studio. So I mean, I hope it's good because if they pick them up, they got a new IP there, right there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna mention that as well. Unless Square Enix has like total control of it or something, because that's also possible.
Is that who's publishing it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Wow, as a abrupt end to news, I feel like there's something that we're missing that happened. Is there anything else that happened this week?
Also, Bleeding Edge has a beta that's coming out.
Oh yeah, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's starting tomorrow through I believe the 16th. Yeah, so February 14th to 16th.
Oh, there we go. That's a real beta I've been waiting for.
Yeah, so you can download it if you have Game Pass. You just search Bleeding Edge beta and you could download it. If you don't have Game Pass, I believe you'd have to pre-order it to get the beta access. I think. But if not, try searching for the beta anyway for the on the search bar on the console, and hopefully you can download it and try it out. I'm definitely gonna give it a try this weekend. Just really looking forward to trying it out.
Cool. I already have the beta downloaded, so I'm hoping I don't have to like redo it again. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, how many gigs is it? Like 8 or something?
I already have it downloaded, like from the alpha and stuff. So I hope that. Well, is
Oh
it
yeah,
the
yeah.
is
No,
it
yeah,
the
you're right.
same download or do I gotta
Yeah,
read?
no, they'll update the same download.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not even sure then.
So if anything, you might if it hasn't updated by now, it might update soon, and you'll have the beta because you already have the alpha thing. So they'll just update
Noise,
there.
noise.
Yeah, so that looks cool.
All right, well, let's move into a little bit of media talk then.
I think okay. I'll be right off the bat. I didn't watch any anime. I can't. I don't have nothing to contribute. If we would, I just haven't. I just haven't had time. I haven't watched anything, but I did watch one show. I was specifically told to watch the show. I did watch it. Let's see. It's called The Outsider. I like it. It's interesting. It's like it's a monster, like not sci-fi. Monster criminal
Monster True
investigation.
Detective.
Yeah, like it's definitely a Stephen King book for sure. I just want to answer something real quick because it was posted. Infinity Line said, "But it's my favorite game," and I'm pretty
What's
sure he's
that?
thought about Titanfall too.
Uh,
I'm guarantee you it's not going to be Anthem.
Let's hope not, because we're gonna have to get him a new one.
Sorry, I just saw
That game
your
is it's like
comments.
a piece of. You remember that zebra gum? You remember that?
Yeah, I
It
think
tasted good, and that flavor didn't last very long. That's Anthem.
he said Anthem, and then
It's
he.
definitely Anthem. Just a zebra gum.
uh, but I don't know, man. This show's weird. I'm liking it. I don't want to spoil it for people because it's still, it's just started up. Really,
It's only 2 episodes left. Come
is
on,
that?
let's
Yeah,
spoil
man,
it.
I don't want to spoil everything what's going on. Like, there's a monster, or what we believe is a monster.
What do you think of what it looks like? What do you think about the face?
I mean, it's very Stephen King-y. Like, it's just I don't know how to put it. Like, other than that, it's fine. It's
I thought it was creepy.
like, I like how they're moving on to the he's shedding essentially.
Yeah. That's my favorite show on TV right now, definitely, by a long shot.
But Infinity Line wanted to make sure we all knew that Dragon Quest the movie just came out on Netflix.
Dragon Quest, the movie?
The movie. I might have to check it out. Might do, we'll talk about it next week. I should be able to watch that.
Are we talking Dragon Quest like Dragon Quest PS4 Dragon Quest? Nintendo Switch Dragon Quest? That?
I believe so.
Okay, I might check it out. I wonder what it looks like. If it's animated,
Is it live action?
Is it like CG? It is live action.
Well, he said yep to the. I mean, remember he's on a little bit of a delay. He said yes to the. It's what you're talking about the game, but he said 3D ish.
3D ish. Oh, so it's it's kind of like the Advent Rise and shit or whatever the fuck you call it. Final Fantasy one. Okay. All right, I might check it out.
So, how are you liking the show so far, Steph? I know you
I
wanted
love that
somebody to
fucking
talk
show.
to. Yeah, but
Dude, I love the show. Like the way that I like the chick, the black chick. The way that she's like slowly like figuring
conceding
stuff out.
like her rationality, where she's just not going. No, this doesn't make logical sense. Like it's like, okay, I have to admit this part because it's the only way this could ever make sense. Like, yeah, stuff like that's really good.
And I like how it ties all back together. It's like so subtle. It reminds me of I don't like the end of Saw. You know, like the end of Saw and the music, and then you get to see like all the shit that they did to get to that one. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you watched Saw or not.
I've seen.
Which they have a new movie coming out called Spiral. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer for that.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. Is it supposed to be like a remake or is it like a sequel?
It's I think it's like not a remake because I don't know what you call it. I guess it's like a spiritual successor because the I think it's like a sequel, but it's not called Saw, so I don't know if you would call it a sequel. I don't know how you would say it because it's inspired by. I think the new killer is inspired by the other. It's like a copycat killer, basically, except for he has his own name, or they have their own name, or I'm not sure. But Chris Rock is executive producing it and he's directing it. So
it's like a spin-off movie, kind of.
I guess in a way it's a spinoff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still the same. Like they acknowledge that Jigsaw is a thing, so I don't know if you consider that a spinoff. It's weird.
I mean,
spinoff universe. It's fine.
Usually
same universe, yeah.
Yeah, spinoffs usually, they.
But it's a new story, and they're not like they didn't take one character from like the original show. They're just using. And there's a new group of people who are doing the same stuff that the one guy's doing. So
Yeah.
it's all new
it's
characters.
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just all in the same universe. It's kind of like how Iron Man and Captain America are two separate movies, but technically, you could say that Captain America is a sequel to Iron Man. Technically,
but it came before Iron Man. It's a prequel, right?
What, Captain America? It takes place before it, but Iron Man was the first movie in the Marvel universe.
Man, that's weird. You would say that. That's funny. Okay. You're right. All right, but yeah, that I seen that trailer, and there was another good trailer I seen over the weekend. I seen Mulan. I don't know if I talked to you guys about that. Yeah, have you seen that? Have you seen that trailer for Disney movie live action?
I'm never supporting it unless they have Eddie Murphy as a tiny dragon.
Yeah. I don't know why they took that out, but whatever.
Wait, it's not in there?
Nope.
No.
He's been
at all.
out. Not at all.
They made like some weird exception to it. I don't know why. Like, considering all the Disney films have like fantasy elements in it, so.
Wait, it's not in there at all?
Nope.
I don't think my woman's gonna want to see it now.
Don't tell her. Just be like, oh my God, could you believe they didn't have the Eddie Murphy?
I mean, that's her favorite one. It's her favorite one, and I don't. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Eddie's hilarious in the movie. Like
he's great. I love it. He's
one of his better, like, best freaking animated movies.
It's like not having the lobster and mermaid.
Yeah,
and
it's like not having Genie and Aladdin. Like, it's kind of.
Yeah, I actually just watched that like 3 weeks ago.
What, Aladdin?
Yeah, it was better than I thought it was.
I think because I saw Aladdin not too long ago. I think it was the hate for the movie was overdone.
Or was there hate for it?
Yeah, there was it was like, oh, it's fucking in Blueface for
Blueface.
Yeah,
like blackface, but blue.
Yeah, because they just
who's blue.
Yeah, they just didn't like the CG for it. Like, there's a lot of bullshit. Like, fuck this movie. The CG looks terrible. I was like, he looks fine. He looks like a man in Blueface. He looked good. Like,
he looked like them Blue Man Group.
Yeah, like. It's like, that's what I kind of expected. And then, like, that only lasted like a couple minutes, and then it was just like, okay, CG, let's turn that off because that's too expensive.
They went regular.
Yeah, and I'm down with that. I had no. I know that's not how it's traditionally done in the fucking movie, but whatever. Like, it works. I think it works better than like a giant blue man, and then because honestly, if you're gonna do it realistically, what the fuck is that? Would be the whole entire movie. Like, that people would just be like. That's a genie, and then that's would be the whole context of the movie, nonstop.
Yeah. When I watch these movies, I forget how much singing's in them, and then I say, did I really enjoy this when I was a kid? Because I don't remember any of the songs except for The Lion King.
Touched your heart.
Lion King was great though. I did watch that too.
It's a great movie.
It is great. I mean, the music wasn't as good as the original, but it was still pretty good.
Better than Space Jam.
What? Say that again?
Better than Space Jam.
The original Lion King's better than Space Jam?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's because Michael Jordan's horrible acting, yeah.
No, just because it was I just remember those being two iconic kids movies growing up, and like just overall, like Lion King all day.
Toy Story was mine.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Well, I don't think there's any other shows that are. I want to know when Rick and Morty comes back on. If anybody knows out there, let us know. Tweet at me. I can't find anything.
I had a friend show me a trailer at work for Lock and Key, which looks really interesting. It's like a horror show on Netflix.
I've seen that trailer.
I'm gonna try checking that out, because the trailer actually looks really well done. So.
Have you seen the October? On Netflix, is it called? I think it's called October. It's like a family where they kill monsters, or a couple that kills monsters. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Infinity Line wanted to make sure I knew that Lock and Key is badass.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna mention that. I'm watching that with my girlfriend. It's pretty good. Actually, it's kind of like Narnia mixed with like
a horror movie.
I guess. Yeah, I mean,
Is it scary?
it's not like it's crazy scary. I mean,
Is it like jumpy? Like you make you jump?
not so much. It's like I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's like magic meets like mystery, and I don't know. It's interesting. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up checking it out. Like I had a friend like really talk it up, so.
Yeah. Also watch Project Blue Book if you're into if you like X Files.
Oh man, Project Blue Book's so good.
Like
I love it. Oh man, I love Project Blue Book.
I like it too.
Sounds like such a lame name though, Project Blue Book.
But it's based off of the real
yeah.
project. It really was called Project Blue Book, and it was
Yeah, it's exactly what it's
investigation.
called.
Yeah, but like just call it something else, man. I don't know.
What would you call it?
But like
Black
all the
Hole or
UFO like people, you hit those people by calling it Project Blue Book, because everybody like if you're into UFOs and shit like that, you're gonna instantly know. Oh man, Project Blue Book. Oh hell yeah, TV show.
Well, not
great.
everybody knows about that though.
I
like-
know.
like
I'm just saying the fanatics and the fanatics
Okay.
drive the show. I'm just
All
saying.
right,
Like, you know,
I give you that.
I'm telling you to watch Project Blue Book.
Watch it.
And I'm telling you that I'm a fanatic because I know what the fuck it is.
Really, I'm glad somebody else does.
So it's like X Files basically. Like is
yeah,
in a way.
it's a X Files
flavor.
style show
Yeah.
that has like X Files. They're like really are like definitive answers. Like
yeah.
they like they hit like man like yeah that really was an alien, but we can't prove it anymore. Like that's more X Files. This is more like I can't fucking explain what the fuck just happened. It could be the government, but it still could be aliens. Like they really hit that line really well in Project Blue Book, which
And they also do the whole we sometimes we really know what it is, but we're gonna tell everybody that it was this, and we're gonna give you an explanation, and it relates back to what they actually did in real life, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's on Netflix.
No,
What is it? It's
it's
History Channel.
sci-fi. Oh yeah, History Channel. I'm sorry,
Oh, okay. So it's
but
not.
you can watch it. You can watch it on demand for free.
So it says, is it like an ancient aliens type of show, or is it like actual? Like,
No,
show?
it's
No,
like
that's
a-
actually a show, an
It's an
actual TV show.
Yeah.
So it's like
There's a
like
narrative.
fictional-
Like it is
Okay.
a show.
Yeah,
Like the Russians are involved. They're like trying to fuck with America, and then they're investigating.
Okay.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Project Blue Book's a lot of fun. We're in the second season now, so there's plenty of if you're just
still
starting,
watching the first season.
Yeah.
I'm in like episode 9 or something like that.
Yeah. So if you're just starting, there's plenty to watch, and it's a fun show, and it's like I said, it's really well done. It doesn't feel like forced. Like to me, X Files.
I thought it would be cheap.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you disrespect X Files? I thought it would be like a cheap kind of knockoff kind of a show when I first seen it, but it's actually pretty decent for a History Channel TV show.
Don't hate on the History Channel, sir.
No, I mean,
boot you off the podcast.
But those are mostly like documentaries, like for actual like a TV show. It's pretty good. I can't think of another TV show that they do that's like has like a narrative.
Vikings
Never
is
watched
amazing.
it. Never watched it.
Watch it when you get a chance. I would recommend it. Vikings is really good.
Is that the one with a lot of
It's like Game of Thrones, but it's about Vikings.
Yeah. Is there a lot of? No, I'll ask you.
No, it's a show for you, like not for kids.
No, I wasn't gonna ask that. I'll ask you off air.
Okay.
No, I mean I think I'm getting it confused with Spartacus. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of something going on in Spartacus, and somebody was like, "Nah, I don't watch that shit, bro. There's too much stuff going on in there you don't want to see." I think that was Spartacus.
Yeah, it's not like Vikings is not sexual nature. It is in any sense. Like it is more. Well, it's not true. It's a lie. I mean, it's there, but it's not like a core component of the show. It's more mainly about like this one this one Viking's rise to power and his like how his family is treated and reacts, and him going to England and just like essentially raping the countryside and fucking, because originally they didn't know England existed, and it was like, man, we cannot get across the ocean, well, the great water at the time, and that he is the guy that kind of invents the way to navigate across the river, well, not river, but it's body of water, and like he gets his way to England, and Vikings being Vikings, they're these vicious people that nobody was expecting, and like just fucking dominates and destroys people nonstop, just like in real life, because it's based on historical actions that really did happen. Like the Vikings really did do crazy stuff. But it's a lot of their religious practices, stuff like that, and like there's so much to that show. It's really good though. I think it's ran its course. It's a little too long in the tooth, but like the first 4 or 5 seasons are fantastic.
It's still going now?
Yep, still going. I mean, it's a good show, but it's just like anything like that, it just runs its course. Like I'd rather see a satisfying ending. And I don't want to tell you why I think it ran its course, because it kind of spoils the show if I tell you that specifically.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't spoil it for me or for anyone else. You motherfucker. Don't you dare spoil it. Well, Will, you got anything you want to mention before we go on to what you've been playing?
Let me see. Let me just take a look real quick. Well, definitely I've been playing Apex. I'm trying to still.
No, I was mentioning media before we got moved on to that. Any shows or anything?
No, well, there's also that interesting Batman review that they showed today with the Robert Pattinson.
I'm not into the cowl. Like I don't.
It looks
like
a little
it.
weird, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna be honest.
Look it up.
But at the same time, it's like a 240p picture. Like it's not like you can't really see what's going on, like with the cowl. So maybe it'll look a lot better than I think it looks. I'm just not a fan of the cowl. And the wokeness of the bat symbol being guns that killed Batman's parents, that's just fucking weird. And I hope it doesn't mean that they're going to be like anti-gun the entire movie. Like it's like Batman's anti-gun. We have an anti-gun message. Like I don't know. Like
you said it was guns?
Yeah, like the bat symbol is like a gun ripped apart and turned into a bat symbol.
Okay, that's what that is. I see it now. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like red,
Oh, I didn't notice that at first.
Is it? I mean, are the pictures red? Oh no, I see it now.
As I said, they're low res pictures. They're not it's not like high res or anything.
No, there's a video. I'm watching a video.
Yeah, I saw the video, but it only shows the bottom of the suit, really.
Man, I think it's a cool symbol thing. But it looks kind of almost like the Arkham Asylum suit, like Arkham.
It looks too skinny.
Arkham Knight kind of mixed with homemade or whatever. It's like a mix. I mean, I guess it's the first suit, so. But yeah, like the cowl looks a little skinny. Like I guess it's because he hasn't bulked up completely yet. But
no, this is it right here, isn't it? Not.
Yeah, no, I mean they're actively filming right now. Like this is the suit.
So is he going to get bigger?
I mean, his physique hasn't he had a huge peak.
He's just gonna be that size. I hate to say we're going back to Adam West Batman.
He's not that skinny.
How do you know that it was it's the guns that killed his parents?
I don't know. People are just speculating about it. Like nobody said anything specifically. But what other guns?
How did he get them?
What other gun would he put in his chest plate? Like. Maybe Joe Chill throws the gun on the ground before he leaves. After he kills his parents.
But it's two guns though.
No, it's a gun split in half.
Is it?
I mean, it's two-sided. You don't see a full gun. It's just a gun split in half. It would be the same gun.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
We'll see how it ends up. Like I said, I think the pictures are low quality. We don't have a real reveal. I don't like the cowl, how it looks in that photo, but honestly, in another lighting situation, it could look fucking badass, there's not enough there for me to really say, "Oh, that's a terrible looking cowl," or this suit looks awful. I don't know. We'll see. And the people praising it, I'm like, "Yeah, it's a Batman suit that looks I need to see when they revealed Ben Affleck Batman beside the Batmobile, that was badass. You saw full suit, helmet, it was man, that's fucking the Dark Knight Batman. That is a fucking insane looking that we got that. This is just really low res pictures of a real close up cowl. So
yeah.
It's not I don't think anybody can make really any judgment on it. All right. I guess we can go into what we've been playing. Unless anybody wants to talk about Batman more.
Hit that up too.
I guess I can go.
Go first.
Playing out.
Oh. What were you saying, Will?
What were you saying? It kind of broke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
you're cutting out. Dustin, you're cutting out bad.
Okay. I'm sorry. It should be better now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I was loading up the Xbox Console Companion app, and I guess it sucked up my connection.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Go for it, Will.
yeah, so I've been playing Apex Legends. I recently 100% of that game, but you know the battle pass, so there's always more stuff to do. The Division 2 and the first one I've been playing because you know the sale for the second one, and wanted to finish the first one. PUBG when I get the chance. I played a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's still an awesome game, but I don't really play that often, so I uninstalled it. I mean, maybe someday I'll get back to it.
Damn,
But it's a fun game.
Don't you got like a external?
I do, but I have like this pretty much almost maxed out. I have so many games that I have installed. I should just pick the ones that I play the most and you know keep the rest free. But
I hear you.
but that's not what I do. So what else? A little bit of Gravel. That's a fun racer. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, also on PlayStation, I've been playing. I bought Death Stranding, and
How's it?
so far it's kind of cool. I mean, I got so little into it, but the graphics look pretty nice. Also bought Concrete Genie, which is a dope little artistic game. So that's a cool game.
How much was that one?
I think it was $17 on sale last week. I don't know if it's still on sale. It might be. Then there's like a $6 also DLC or X like deluxe thing that comes with it. I mean, not that comes with it, but you can buy a $6 like upgrade or whatever to the base game, which is cool. I mean, I think it comes with like the art book or some sort of music extras. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, those are pretty much the games I've been playing.
All right. Then go ahead, Dustin. I'll go last.
All right. I played some Overwatch and got destroyed.
Play ranked again.
Yeah, but I need to play ranked. We need a full team. Like playing
You
ranked,
should
and then
invite
like
me.
half the team. Well, no, but you know, even with you in there, which I need to get you in there. Don't get me wrong.
Invite me.
I'm just
send me a
saying,
text.
even yeah, I'll hit you up next time. Don't get me wrong. But like even with you in there, like when like half the team is another, you know, just random people, and then you play against the team, you just get fucking murdered. Like,
Oh, did you not play with Vernon Maria?
No, it was Vernon, Marie, and myself, but that was it, you know. And then the other 3 people were just doing like dumb shit. Like we had people being AFK. We've had people just straight quit, and then it's like, hey, if you quit out in the next 2 minutes, you get penalized. It's like, fucking, you know, this game's over. If you have a team of competent players playing against a team with less players that aren't talking to each other, you're gonna demolish. Like just because you can't keep up. And it's not like it spins in a new player in competitive. You just sit there and fucking have 6 versus 5 or whatever, and just you get destroyed because you don't have enough healers or enough tanks, enough DPS. There's always, you know, you're down a man. It makes a big difference in Overwatch.
Overwatch is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Apex have been having that issue too. Like people like will quit, even though you can revive them or even like.
It's because of a new character, man. That always happens with the new character.
No, it's just like it's all around. Like people like they'll get downed and then they'll even quit. Like
Really?
down. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is like today? I got somebody's banner when they were like actually just killed off, and I couldn't revive them. And then he just quit. I was like, I sent him a message. I was like, why did you just quit when I just had your banner? But he didn't respond or whatever. So I was like, I just reported his ass and for quitting early. Even though it's like I guess it's not quitting early. I don't know. What do you think, Steph? Is it still illegal? But quit even though you can get revived.
So he died. How long did it take you to get his banner? Like, did you?
I was looking for it. Like I was actually just like really like putting in the work just to get that banner, and then he just quit. I was like, come on, man. So I just quit. I'm gonna report him.
Well, I mean, if it takes almost to the time and he doesn't think you're gonna get it, then I won't be mad at him. But I mean,
Nah, but you shouldn't be quitting anyway. Like it's like Dustin said, like if you're working on a team based game, like
were you
don't
talking to
quit.
each other?
No, it was like random. So, but even with so annoying, then you only left 2 people on your team, and then you have to like carry the whole extra person. I don't know. It's just so annoying.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I feel you.
quitting early in these games should be penalized a lot more than they are now.
Yeah. All right. Other than that, other than Overwatch, of course, Minecraft, The Division 2, played a little bit of that. But I was kind of getting done with shooters. So I loaded up a little game called Mass Effect Andromeda, and I keep bringing myself to this game to try to play it. And
Is that not a shooter?
I mean, not really. Like it's an RPG. It's supposed to be. It feels just like so much of a shell of what Mass Effect the first 3 were. You could definitely tell it wasn't the same team that worked on it. Like it's so disappointing. Like I still want to struggle through it. Hopefully, like it gets a little bit better in the middle, and that
Your
the
brother
beginning's just
loves that
bad.
game.
Yeah. He said
He's
it was good. Like he never he wouldn't.
Nah, he was giving that game high praise, and I
It
was like, man,
was.
that shit trash. He's like, man, it's the perfect Star Trek game. I remember him saying that shit. That's what he said. Basically,
I
that's
don't
what he
know.
said.
I'd have to talk to him. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, push him down when you see him.
Okay.
Say the game's trash.
Yeah, I played Sea of Thieves for a little bit. That was fun. But the same usual games I usually play. What I played Octopath Traveler on Switch, and I started making moves, like because I had set that game down for a while, and now I'm like, I did like 3 or 4 different story missions and got everybody past level 2. So I need to. I'm about
Is it
40
is it
hours.
hard?
About 40 hours. Well, it's just time consuming, honestly. And
Was it
I
on
went from
sale when you bought?
like
Did you
I
buy it
didn't
on
buy
sale?
I hadn't no 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 I've owned it since the beginning, since
Oh,
it
okay,
released.
okay. I didn't know if it was a sale.
But it was a situation where like I had saved up like 80 grand and like had not upgraded any of my people's shit in a long time. And I
Was
just
that
went
as
through and upgraded everybody, and it was almost fucking unstoppable. Like going through some of these scenes, just like yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's fucking great. It just feels good when you're yeah,
and that is
you
turn
boosted your
based, right?
player. Yeah, it's turn based. But I'm enjoying Octopath. But that's it. Other than that's all the video games I've been playing. I did start up a game of Dungeons and Dragons with a group of friends. I've never played before. I want to do something nerdy.
Who's the dungeon master?
I'm the dungeon master.
Oh, you're the dungeon master, really?
Yeah.
You like
So
it? You like doing it?
yeah, I'm enjoying myself. Like being able to like fuck with people, like when people like try to like make an NPC talk and like, oh, I'm gonna make him give me this. It's like, no, I can play this game, and I would just fuck people. Like the beginning of this thing, like a person decided to talk with the troll, and I'm just like, I guess you could. Trolls aren't exactly the most intelligent things in the world, but you do have the ability to talk to trolls and understand them. You can cast that spell. So they fucking did it. They tried to have a conversation, and it just turned into, man, y'all fucking won't let me have no beer, so I'm gonna fuck you all up. And that's all the troll's motivations was, because it had no part of the story other than just to kind of introduce combat to people and introduce this new cool character that beats the troll up because he's way too powerful for the players. But because somebody, because it's D&D and people can do what they want, like they wanted to talk to it. So it just turned into this really weird conversation between them and a troll in the middle of combat. So yeah, but it was fun. I did enjoy being the DM and like kind of throwing people for a loop. And people seemed to like me as DM, so it was good. I enjoyed it. I am continuing this campaign on Saturday, so if anything funny happens, I might update the podcast about it.
All right, cool. Yeah. Sounds cool. I always wanted to play with, but I never had opportunity. Haven't had nerdy enough friends who did it.
We might, if y'all are down, we might do a DM show. Well, we might do a D&D show, maybe. we'll see. Because like trying to figure out
Cool.
the dice and stuff like that.
Have you guys ever played or listened to Critical Role?
Yes.
That's great. I like it a lot.
But yeah, I'm more about the conversation and everything. It would be fun, and I know if we do it, we're gonna get corrected a million times on the channel about how we're doing it wrong. But totally willing to do it. We'll have to figure out a format. We'll talk off the air about it and see exactly how
I'm
we
a good
can make it
bullshitter.
work.
I'm good at that. I'm good at those kind of games.
But I'd like to get one more person. It maybe Eric. Eric would be fun to have. Like,
Yeah.
so we'll get the three. You know, the three of you. I'll be the dungeon master, and we'll figure it out. We'll do something soon. Well, probably in the next couple months, because there's a lot more to it than just saying we're going to do it. And the other thing is I forgot to mention this, but and I haven't told y'all yet. March 6th, I'm going on a cruise to the Bahamas. So that week.
Where you
going? Huh?
Oh, Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
It's a 5-day cruise from the 7th to the 12th. So it means I will end up missing a podcast. So I'll have to have one of you gentlemen take over for that week.
Okay.
Or we can wait for you to come back. Either or.
Yeah.
Unless something if something really good happens, we'll do a show.
Yeah.
I got my internet fixed now, so I can actually host the show.
Cool.
I had to go out and buy a $200 Wi-Fi router though.
That blows.
Well, my kid broke my other one. He poured water
What
on
brand
it.
did you buy?
Oh my god.
Netgear.
Netgear? I mean, I know Netgear does mesh networks now too, so I would recommend looking at a cheap one if you're not getting reception everywhere. Really good reception. And it'll repeat the signal under the same
The one
SSID.
I had bought like a cheap, like 50 or 60, maybe $70 one, and it just wasn't doing the job.
Oh no, what I'm saying is it takes you link it to your main, and then the main will use both to broadcast the signal, so you have better signal everywhere. It's what I do. I have 3 routers in my house. I have my main.
Well, I don't live in a huge house anymore, so the one that I had bought was for my.
I'm just saying if you don't have like great coverage somewhere.
We're good now.
Solution.
We're good now. It's basically for like a 3,000 square foot house, but
Okay.
I don't live in a house that big anymore. So I basically replaced the old really good one I had with the newer version of it. So it works really well.
Awesome.
I get like 300 down and I think 15 to 20 upload. So yeah, it's pretty
dope. Okay,
yeah.
that's all I had to like really go over.
All right, okay, real quick, I'll tell you what I've been playing. I've been playing, of course, the normal. I don't. There's nothing really else to say about Apex or Call of Duty or anything. So I won't even mention those. But I have been playing those. But I've been playing a lot of Days Gone. I bought it on sale. It was like
how are you liking it?
50. I'm certainly glad I didn't pay $60 for it, but I feel like I got my money's worth for like $15. It's really good for $15. You can't complain when you don't pay, $60 for it. So I think it's a good game. I want to see what they do with it next. I haven't finished yet. I'm probably like 15 hours in it, and it's pretty good. But at the same time, I also did not pay $60 for it. So I've been playing that quite a bit, and I like it a lot. This is really the games of like the 3, what was it? God of War, this and Spider-Man. This is the one I wanted to play the most, but so I'm really liking it. And I picked up Detroit Become Human. I started that like an hour ago, or not an hour ago, an hour before the podcast. And my God, the graphics are beautiful. It's pretty. Seemed like it'll be pretty good though. So I'll let you guys know next week how I like it.
But, it's good.
Yeah. So both of those games, I got both of them for under $35. I think they're both on sale for a pretty good price.
What was the first game you said?
Days Gone.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I bought that one for like 37 when it was on sale. I mean, it wasn't like a great sale.
Nah, that's not a good sale. I think I paid, like I said, $17 for it, maybe even less than that. Because I think the one with DLC or had like extra content with it, and I just got the standard one.
Yeah, that's the one
and
I
it was
got.
cheaper.
Yeah, with the extra bike skins and stuff like that.
I don't need all that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm kind of a.
You don't need all that. You
I
don't,
know, but I'm a little bit of a completist with some of that stuff.
I can't make fun of you because maybe owning so much shit in Sea of Thieves. I want to so bad, but I'm
I
part
can
of the
make fun of
problem
you,
now.
Will. You're wasting your money. Don't do it.
Oh, it's already done, so it's too late. I didn't
guess.
get the Death Stranding extra stuff because that shit was stupid. It was like gold armor that's like level 1 or whatever. So I was like, if I'm just gonna get the regular edition of Death Stranding. It was like $35, so can't go wrong with that.
I'll pick up Death Stranding when it's on sale for under $20. There's no way I'm paying that much money for that game.
Fair enough.
No way.
I kind of just wish Sony had better rewards programs. Actually use it better than
Their discounts that they give are actually better because they'll give you like a straight up 25% off, and like anything in your cart you get 25%. It's like buying like something at Kroger's or some shit or a grocery store. So like I don't know. To me it seems I like getting the money back that Microsoft gives you, but whenever you get like a 25%,
I get so much money back from being reward or Microsoft Rewards at this point. Like,
yeah, I just like the 25% off coupons
no, I
they
feel
give
you.
you.
Yeah, it's just still good. It's a
Because
good deal.
they do the one that Microsoft does, but you have to have their credit card. They have like a PlayStation credit card, and they give you money back on the credit card.
We talking about the emails they send you with the code and stuff like that.
Not only they'll send you an email, but yeah, well, sometimes there's an email, and sometimes they just send you a message on PlayStation.
Because what's cool is like Vern right now is doing all his he's doing all his Xbox stuff, which is like I think it's like 1,300 points a week, 1,400 points a week, plus all his Bing reward stuff, and
yeah, by the Sony doesn't have that much stuff though.
I'm just saying by the time he's actually putting all that money that he's gaining from that towards a Series X, like where he'll just be able to pay for most of it.
Yeah,
like that's the cool thing about.
I hear a lot of people talking about that. I was listening to another podcast. They were saying, someone was saying that they doing the Microsoft rewards quest, not rewards. No,
the
Microsoft
quests are really good.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
it's like in the.
So you go into it's about playing just playing a Game Pass game.
Yeah, that's what
once a day
gives
you 15 points. Like you can easily rake up a ton of cash.
Yeah, he was saying he got like $150 towards his X.
Yeah, I mean if you're this is the time to start. If you need to help yourself, get a little bit of a discount. If you're part of Game Pass, go ahead and do it. Fucking grind that shit out. You'll definitely have a nice chunk of money towards your next console.
But you can use like Microsoft points, you mean?
Yeah, you totally buy so those will convert to cash. The cash you can buy items directly. You go on the Xbox store right now and pre-order the Series X essentially.
With points?
Yeah, with points.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this guy was saying he was doing.
Well, you're converting the points to the Microsoft cash and then buying it that way. But yeah.
He was saying he was buying Microsoft like money cards or whatever.
Yep.
And I think he said that if it was $10, you basically only pay $7 for it, and you could get up to $50 cards, but you'd pay $42 for it or something like that.
Yep.
So
there's so many different ways of doing it. If you need a way of making it work, even if you don't get it on launch day,
that's some cutting coupon shit right there.
Yeah, but you know what? Get you a Series X.
Yeah,
I'll just go buy one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But I mean, if let's say you're 16, and you just need to, don't have that full-time gig or anything, and you want to make some, it's easy to fucking put Bing on your phone.
Go cut some grass.
Do 20 searches a day.
I know we didn't talk about real quick.
What's that?
We didn't talk about the whatever virus that's going to delay games
or
delay.
I just laughed when people brought it up, and they were like, "You're just being." Is that what you're concerned about? Is video games? It's like, no, we want people to survive, and we hope they get better.
Yeah, they shut down the the factory that they make them at
Yep.
because
So,
the virus was so bad. So they might
Yeah.
the consoles might get delayed apparently.
yeah, it might not be 2020, people. Might be 2021. Give you more time to get those Bing rewards in.
I'm opening up the box with some white gloves on like Major Nelson, but it ain't gonna be because because I want to keep the fingerprints off. I ain't trying to get no
The disease
diseases.
would die by the time it reached us, so the one
Shit.
positive note.
I don't know that shit.
They don't
Shit,
have
might-
so much outside the human body. They
It
only
might be
has
a little
half-life.
bat wing in the box. Yeah, never
Just
know.
a bat,
bruh.
some soup spilled in the
Yeah,
box.
some soup in a box.
All right. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end the show. We do have a new email address. Please write us in at mail@xboxuncut.com. And, tell us what you think of the show. What can we do to improve the show? What were your, what have you been playing?
Yeah, so that's what you've been playing.
Yeah. Especially you, Infinity Line. I don't trust you. Saying
Challenge
Anthem.
me to a 1v1 on Rust, Call of Duty, and I will surely kick your ass. How about?
Yeah.
I'll take a challenge.
All right. Well, other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. And until next week, you'll take it easy, be safe, stay healthy.
No bat soup.
No bat soup.
This is for you.
I can't do bat soup no more. You do bat soup one too many times, and just
This
next thing you know.
is the soup not soup from everybody loves. Rob the Soundtrack show. That guy, bat soup guy. Anyway, never mind.
Peace out, everybody.